prepared to cope with the world of the fourth industrial revolution and of the world, so that we can achieve our visions. This was Bangladesh I wanted to talk about because I know that many of you know better than me, because it is in the social media, it's in media in Pakistan. Especially I saw good number of write-ups on this particular bridge, which was launched in opened in 5th of June this year in the Pakistan media. So, I mean, we are grateful to our Pakistani friends and brothers and sisters that they are not only following Bangladesh's progress, but they are also encouraging us. Their prayers, their encouragement are always there. And with your prayers, Bangladesh is progressing to achieve its goal. Now I come to the relationship, particularly the trade and economic relationship between our two countries. The strongest point of our relationship with Pakistan are the warmth and friendship and fraternity between the two people. There are issues between the two countries. We are the same country, so issues are always there. Even among brothers, we always have issues. So there are issues between us, but I think the warmth and friendship and goodwill between the two people are very important that is the unique strength of the relationship between our two countries. Also common faith, we are Muslim and part of the region. So Pakistan is very important for Bangladesh on many considerations. One important consideration is Pakistan has been a good source of our industrial raw material. Lately, we are not importing cotton, but we still import, which is, I'm sure, mostly from Faisalabad. We import yarn, we import fabric, thread, and some finished products. So, when I left Karachi, our trade was, going quite up, quite good way. Our export to Pakistan, Bangladesh export to Pakistan has always been 1:10, or that meaning Pakistan's export was 10 times than Bangladesh export to Pakistan. So our export was at that time 56 million in 2014, and Pakistan's export to Bangladesh was around 700 million. When I came back in 2020, Bangladesh's export to Pakistan was 50 million, whereas Pakistan's export to Bangladesh was 500 million. And I've been very happy, I've been very excited that this year Pakistan export to Bangladesh grew by 48%. And I think the figure he has mentioned, 800 plus million is going to be Pakistan export to Bangladesh. Yes. And our export to Pakistan has also crossed a landmark of 100 million. So I was expecting that this year we would cross 1 billion mark of our bilateral trade, but unfortunately, it will be little short of 1 billion. Hopefully soon we'll cross the 1 billion mark of our bilateral trade. But the potential of our bilateral trade is much bigger and higher. We must harness the potentials of our trade potentials. Particularly, we must look at our advantages and try to complement each other in different areas. We are learning a lot from Pakistan in food processing industries, dairy industry, even textile. When we started, we learned a lot from Pakistan, and I was telling your president that we lack skilled manpower, mid-level skilled manpower in our textile sector. And lately, a good number of Pakistanis are taking job in Bangladesh textile sector. So we are also getting there's expertise from them and technology transfer through them. So we can do a lot to help each other in improving our bilateral trade. We can supplement to each other. We can explore where we can have more trade in which areas. We must also use the regional benefit, which is SAFTA and SAC in our trade. Unfortunately, this regional organization is not working. I would propose to this House that we must work hard to make SAC and SAFTA working. We can easily do trade. If you look at the world now, the groupings, trade groupings, trade blocks are there. New blocks are coming up. Only in 2015-16, ASEAN has, gone as a free trade area. So instead of going for, because Bangladesh has started FTA with the countries only recently, and so far we have only signed one FTA with Sri Lanka. That is the only FTA we have signed so far, but it's not one area where we are very keen to go ahead at this moment. So until we go for any FTA or anything, we must look at SAFTA and SAC so that we can have more trade within the region. And we have issues, as I said, but those are always there. Given these issues, we can always work together to enhance the bilateral trade and economic cooperation between our two countries. And I'm there in the High Commission to support any such initiative or proposal. I'm not aware of this business forum, which you mentioned that Pakistan High Commissioner Imran Siddiqui has mentioned in a conference.
Yeah.
It was a virtual conference. I couldn't attend it. I was traveling at that time. I'll check it. But I can share one experience of mine. Perhaps this contact is not that close with the business people in Punjab, but if you look at the business people in Sindh, especially in Karachi, they have so close contacts in Bangladesh that they don't really need any forum or any platform. They can pick up the phone, call up their friends, and tell them that we want to do this or we want to do that. So, but if you have any query or any question of anything relating to trade or any aspect of Bangladesh, I'm here, and I'll share my cards. And I'm very happy to see a good number of women participants here today. I don't know whether they are members of the chamber or are they members of the chamber?
No, sometimes
they are interns.
She's a member or some is the interns.
No, I haven't seen this many women participants in any of my meetings with chamber or any other. So I'm really impressed. I was telling the president that
because our woman president sitting here.
Okay, no, that the women president, women chamber presidents are very aggressive and active in Pakistan. I know. Durreshan in Karachi, and then you and the women chamber president in Islamabad are very aggressive. I am sure, and that is the strength of Bangladesh also.
Yes.
Now this World Economic Forum is saying that Bangladesh has been progressing, alhamdulillah, quite well because of the empowerment of women. If our women are not in the mainstream economic activities, the country cannot progress. So Bangladesh has been successful in bringing the women folk in the mainstream economic activities. You know that we have this microfinance scheme introduced by Professor Muhammad Yunus. Then we have our female Prime Minister since 1991. So we have been, at this moment, our Speaker of the Parliament is a lady, Leader of the House is a lady, Leader of the Opposition is a lady. So Bangladesh has been ruled by the by the female. Fortunately, my ruler is in the hotel. She is not here. I'm free today. No. I mean, I'm just kidding. My wife is with me here in Faisalabad. The women's a very important aspect of economic activities, and I'm sure that I'm really very happy to see many women participant today in this meeting. And once again, I would like to thank Mr. President and the Faisalabad Chamber for hosting me today, for giving me an opportunity to share the story of Bangladesh, the journey towards development, because we are the same people. Now we are different countries.
Exactly.
And Bangladesh can be a source of inspiration for Pakistan to progress in the same way, so that we develop together. And with this, I conclude here. And if there is any questions and
Yes.
any comments, those are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Uh, 50 plus 1250, altogether 2500 megawatt nuclear power.
First question is from our chairman standing committee, Sharif.
After question answer.
For some reason I'm not.
थोड़ा वॉइस ऊपर
उर्दू में आप बात कर देंगे।
Major parts of industry, spare parts, auto pro, hardware parts, and secondary associations. My question is, what are the major facilities or favors Bangladesh provides the importers? They prefer to set up their units in your country, and what are the new trades or industry for the importers to be invested?
Can you please repeat this? I'm not getting this clear.
What are the major facilities?
I mean, can you remove the mic? Then that.
What are the major facilities
Uh-huh.
or favors your country is providing over investors, just like textile units? Why they prefer?
What are the major-
Why they prefer your country? Which are the facilities you provide them? The other is that the new trades. What are the new trades or industries for the investors?
Okay.
in which trades investors
I mean, we have this special export processing zones and special economic zones. And these export processing zones and special economic zones enjoy special facilities in all aspects. But for foreign investment, we have special packages like exemption of duty, and then we have a facility to remit the entire profit and capital, and then we have tax holidays for 10. I mean, it depends on the sector. I mean, there is no blanket tax holidays, because we have priority sectors of investment, and then we have less priority sectors of investment. So the priority sectors of investment has a higher tax holiday period than the less priority sectors of. We have identified 5-6 areas as priority sectors, including this food processing industries, IT, We have textile is no more a priority sector of investment because we have enough textile industry. So diversification is an objective, pharmaceutical, but it's difficult to get into pharmaceutical industry. Leather, these are the priority areas, shipbuilding, priority areas of investment, and we are small engineering. These are the priority areas, and I think this tax exemption is there for around 10 years, 5 to 10 years, ranging from 5 to 10 years, depending on the sector. And then you asked that new industries, I said, but at the same time, the focus are on three. The top one is IT. IT is a very important sector for Bangladesh, and then we have this food processing industry, agriculture-based food processing industry, and third is I think it's this small engineering industries. These are the three new areas emerging in Bangladesh. And there are other areas where the investment are also coming from abroad, but the local investments are there. Like we have a new emerging sector is shipbuilding. We are building ships, not the big ocean-going ones, but the medium and smaller size one, and selling to Germany, Denmark, Norway, and this ocean-going countries. We are selling the ships. Even we sold 2 ferry boats to Karachi Port Trust in 2012. So we are building ships. We are in IT. We are in big way in pharmaceutical. We are exporting pharmaceutical to 142 countries. We are also giving some incentive for leather industries. So there are a couple of 3-4 areas where the industry are coming up.
Okay, last question is Secretary Member Minato Batisa.
Delegation. So we will arrange visa and other process. Then we will join venture.
This is a very important and relevant proposal. I believe that exchange of trade delegation is very important. There has not been exchange of delegations for some time. I don't think visa is at all a problem for a trade delegation is going to Bangladesh, or a trade delegation is coming from Bangladesh to Pakistan. I mean, we have to organize it jointly with Pakistan High Commission in Dhaka, and I'm actively considering of sending trade delegations. So when I make a concrete proposal, Faisalabad chamber will also be there. Some chambers have their contact in chambers in Bangladesh, like Rawalpindi chamber has a regular interaction with Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I think what I can suggest is that if you really want to have collaboration with Bangladesh, then it would be good to target 1 or 2 chambers so that you can collaborate with. And I would suggest it can be Chittagong Chamber or can be Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Dhaka. These are the 2 chambers I can always connect you with. And then you can have, I mean, nowadays we can only do the matchmaking. The rest
Yes,
will have
yes,
to be done by you.
Exactly.
And as I said that most of the big business people have their very close personal, either a family or a friend or a very close family personal friends in Bangladesh. So if you have contact with either of the chambers like Chittagong Chamber or Chattogram Chamber or Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Dhaka, then you will have immediate way of contacting them.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, now I request our executive member to please have a word of thanks and closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Secretary, for closing remarks. I think already been very, very clear the things which has mentioned by President earlier and then His Excellency and the executive members.
Women chair.
What I have learned from your speech or your address, Excellency, that repositioning of regional trade has been made by other regions. So we have to look into it that how our region, especially South Asian region, how can evolve that regional bloc to be the best economy in this world. So we need to reposition and rethink about it. For that, already mentioned our executive members and trade delegations, very, very important to meet each other, people to people contact. And what I have also experienced that you see the Bangladesh team sometimes has Pakistani coaches. So there may be the expertise, sharing the expertise with each other, also be positioned to make things closer to both countries. And in that respect, educational sectors can be collaborate JVs, that if you have lacking a textile sector or having a lacking of engineering sector, then we can collaborate with your institutions, and your institution experts can collaborate with us to share the expertise of each other, which can be the future of both countries. And the legacy of Manchester belongs to Faisalabad, but I am really thinking right now that it should be shifted to Bangladesh, that the legacy should be, because you are the largest you are producing zero threat and second largest producer of the finishing goods in textile. So that legacy I think we should not put before you, which is what I have learned. Also one very important thing that you have mentioned, you have a policy since 2009 to have a vision of 2021. So there must be the sustainable or sustained political position of the country, which is towing the economic situation back to back, how to move on, how to continue the policies, which is very, very important for us, especially with what I have learned from you. Then, of course, you have the policy for 2041 as well. So this is only because of the sustained political situation of Bangladesh, which we must acknowledge that. Pakistan also need to acknowledge that 180 million plus people market of Bangladesh. It should be open for Pakistan. We need to work with Bangladesh very closely to move for regional trades. And very clearly you said that yes, we have to push our government that SARC is the very, very important forum to evolve the new things if we want to introduce we need to enhance the regional trade. You also mentioned that one house, one farm project, which is very, very important, that because what I have learned from ASEAN region, OTOP, there is one tamboon, one product. In Thailand, and simultaneously they have Philippines also, and at the same time the Vietnam also adopt that product program, the one tamboon, one product. This is very, very important. The small things can change the entire world what you have done. Inshallah, we will think about it. Thank you so very much. Mr. Mohammad Rahul Alam Siddiqui Sahab, for your visit and your team to visit Faisalabad. We learned, I think we will try to be the follow the things and try to be tightening our co-relationship with the countries. Why Karachi has, because many of the people relocate from Bangladesh to Karachi, that's why they have direct connections with the Bangladesh and Karachi. But Faisalabad will be besides with you, and we think that Faisalabad business community also realize that we should connect to you to enhance our bilateral trade, to support our business community. Once again, thank you so very much on behalf of Faisalabad Chamber of Commerce and Faisalabad Women Chamber of Commerce. We thank you and your team to be visited to us. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, मेरे बारे में इसलिए wait this place अभी. Thank you very much for coming. And your Bangladesh has been done a tremendous progress in their country. And as you mentioned, the women are very active there. And we also want trade missions to go there for women-led businesses to exchange from their chamber. They should come here for the delegations, and here from Pakistan, the women should go there for these trade businesses. And everywhere, as you said, your stitching and your dressing is so much common. In US, in London, everywhere we can find the made in Bangladesh. That is a great progress of your country, and always the material and the stitching, everything is so perfect. Where it is written that made in Bangladesh. And then I did on 30th May a conference in Islamabad, and we invited you also. I sent emails also, but nobody came from Bangladesh. Maybe you got my email.
I think I received your email and an invitation, and also you requested for participation from Bangladesh.
Yes.
You know that the COVID has changed the kind of landscape of everything.
Globally changed.
This is I mean, change in people's mindset, change in the system and everything. Then good number of conferences and meetings are taking place, but on virtual format.
Yes.
No longer in present format. So I think it's better if the participation is virtual than physical. Regarding this, I mean, women exchange of women entrepreneurs and chambers. There has been regular exchange of women business delegations under SAC Women Chamber of Commerce. SAC Women Chamber of Commerce used to be very effective women chamber in each and every South Asian countries.
Yes.
Unfortunately, for the last 5-6 years, those chambers are not functioning in full scale, and that's why I say that we must work to revive the SAC format and SAC grouping, so that the trade benefits in the region can be reaped, and it would be easy. We also have these SAC chambers, and the exchange of delegation can easily be made. Once the SAC chamber and SAC women chamber active, then other chambers, twining of other chambers or exchange of delegation between other chambers can also take place. I mean, generally, there can be one way that you can have someone designated, like Faisalabad chamber can have someone designated or a point of contact in one of the chambers in Bangladesh for doing business with Bangladesh.
Okay.
That, I mean, instead of going for a formal arrangement, this can always happen. And there are many ways of connecting with each other.
Okay.
So, as I suggested that for Faisalabad Chamber of Commerce, I can suggest that Chittagong Chamber can be one option, which is our, I mean, in respect of regional chamber, it would be second largest chamber after Dhaka Chamber. And then we have one chamber which is Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce and Industries are very active. They're based in Dhaka. You can also have contact with them. You can also I mean, Dhaka Chamber would like to go with bigger chambers. I mean, because of the name itself. But Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Dhaka is one of the most active chambers, and they have very good collaboration with other chambers in Pakistan. So they will have no problem, because Bangladesh business people has a strong interest in textile sector in Pakistan as a source of raw material, as a source of technological know-how, as a source of human resources. Sometimes they, I think, take someone from one or other industry, so with a better offer. So I think our business people will take keen interest in Faisalabad Chamber. If there is any proposal from your side, I can always forward it to Bangladesh, and I am there. A proposal would be good for me to send it to Dhaka instead of sending me a report and stating them you are interested to have collaboration with them. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so very much. Namun আমার বই
Secretary Sahab, please announce the next schedule of after 5 minutes.
After the comments of the Honorable His Excellency, I would request President Faisalabad Women Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Madam Rita Sabha, to please present the sheet to the chief guest. After the presentation of sheet, I request all the participants to please go to the stairs for the program and afterward downstairs for the lunch.
करा दे
as I mentioned that we celebrated 100th birth anniversary of Father of the Nation, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and he wrote this memoir. It's about mostly about his early political life and early life, and you'll find a lot of description of his Pakistan movement. So this is a special publication published in Pakistan in 2013 by Oxford Press Limited. The Urdu version
Adhuri Yaad.
Adhuri Yaad, and this unfinished memoirs.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
आप इस तरफ आ जाए मैडम.
This one for you and one for the chamber.
Thank you.
One for the chamber. These two are Urdu version, and those two are English version. These two are.
Okay, I understand.
This open one is for photographs.
Yes, I understand. Shield there.
ये रही.
This is for your name, customized.
So the chamber, women chamber also have election
Of course,
in
yes.
October.
In October, exactly.
Zahid?
You know,
September.
I.
Okay.